Okay, we're getting ready to put the propeller on the top of your tic-tac-toe game. If you've done your job right, the propeller is the same width as your block. Then we've got to find the center of this because we want to drill this where the propeller will spin equally. So we have to find the center of both the block and the propeller. In order to do that, I just measure. This one measures right above 4 inches. And it's kind of a guessing game at this point. I could go out, it's a 32nd more than 4 inches, which means it's a 64th more than 2 inches to the middle. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So I know I'm really close to 2 inches, and it's just a tiny little bit more. So I'm going to do is measure it and make a mark at 2 inches, extending the 2-inch line. I can check that by turning the propeller around and doing the same measurement from the other side. And when it's right at the 2-inch line, I know I found the center. If yours is longer or shorter, you could measure and make a line, turn it over, measure, make a line, and drill between those lines. Otherwise, we need to figure out what half is. Then, in order to find the center in this direction, I have to be able to do some simple math. Right now, I measure at 1 3/4. Well, I'm sorry, 1.5 inches. And I know that half of an inch is half an inch, and half of half is a quarter. That's 3/4 of an inch. But we also knew that this was 1.5 inch material, and half of that was 3/4 when we measured and marked for these. 3/4 of an inch right here, and I'm going to make it cross. When I do that, I should be able to drill a hole right in the center for my screw. Now I want the screw to hold into the block, but I don't want it to be tight in the propeller. Otherwise, I won't be able to turn it. See, screws hold by connecting the two. So I want the propeller to spin freely on the screw, but I want the screw secured into the block. And I'll do that by drilling 2 holes. And it's important that you drill them accurately. So when I do this, I'm going to get a friend to hold on to it for me. If I can get a friend to hold this while they are waiting for me, then I can drill the hole properly. I'm going to use the smaller drill bit to drill that hole and hold it right in the center. I'm going to drill 2 holes. I'm going to drill this hole first. I'm going to drill that into the block and into my propeller. So I have it going in there, and then I'll be able to center the screw later on. Now I want that hole to be the same size so that the screw will stick in it. I want this hole to be bigger. So what I'll do then is to drill the second hole with a bigger drill bit. And I will put this on a block, and again, hold on to it or have a friend hold on to it for you. And we're going to drill down through here. With this drill straight in and always straight out with the machine running. We don't need to change direction. The arrow should be pointing the forward direction. And now that hole is big enough, it'll float on the screw. This hole is small enough the screw will stick in it, and I'll be able to find the center when it's time to screw these together.